Alright, YouTube. Today I want to talk a little bit about education here in Las Vegas. Um, the state, I think the governor, they trying to get involved in a new plan where the, the local people will get involved in the education system. Now, I think some of these new schools, I call them art schools, they're, now this particular school here is just Las Vegas High, so they turned this one into like an art school where you have band, jazz, band, theater, acting classes, musicians, teaching kids how to be musical inclined. And I think over there, that was another theater there. It would look like they built another one here. So they're spending a lot of money on this particular school here. And I'm going to go over to the other side in a minute. But the state and the governor, they're coming up with this new plan now where they want to get the local people involved in the schools and stuff like that. So I think this was like the first phase where they start building some of these art schools and stuff like that. So would you have local people be more involved? But that was like about 10, 15 years ago, I think they really started that. Okay, this is Las Vegas High. It's one of the charter schools now. I think it's mainly arts and theater and stuff like that. But this school, like it goes all the way back to 1941. I think most of this neighborhood back over here was started around that area in the 40s and stuff, early 40s. Okay, if I can get a shot of the school. The sun's not that good. Well, anyway, this is a charter school now. I call it an art school. So they trying to I guess not necessarily educate anyone, but like give them some alternative things to do, which I think they generally had that already, but I think it's more of a separation now of like, I want my kids to go to this school. It's like a mom and a pop thing now, big ego trips. Okay, this is like I guess a mural of the Las Vegas High School, and that's one of the longtime principals, Maud Frazier, and I think this building was built like in the, I don't know. Well, the Art Deco architecture was completed in 1930 for 350,000 on a new school. So it was built in 1930, I guess. So it cost $350,000. That was a lot of money back then, 1930. So now it's called the Las Vegas Academy. Now, I don't don't know if this is front of the building or the other side is the front of the building. I don't know. Anyway, they say this building cost $350,000. 1930. I don't know how many students they put it here. But Las Vegas was real small. I think they had like at that time they had about 25 to 50,000 people here in this town. I think in the county. I think. Not sure. Anyway, it's a little small buildings over there on the side. Okay, it looked like these buildings over here on the side. This is like an addition. I think eventually they build a gym. I forget where the gym's at. But I think they ran this all the way up until about 2000 and something. I think then that's when they brought that academy in here. But most of the innovation is more like an ego thing. I want my kid to go to this school. I don't want to be associated with that school. So it's more of a thing to mainly satisfy the parent than to really give the kids an education. Because now the education system now, you have to be geared toward a more international flair to be able to get a job in almost any country in the world. So in that respect, kids, they almost gotta have a PhD coming out of high school. I mean, you can't really mess around these days. You gotta be on it or you're gonna be left behind. You got too many people that's coming out of some of these developed countries that are real educated. So ordinarily, they're the one that people are going to be looking for to hire. It's no more, I guess, favoritism toward the people who was born in this country now. So you're really going to have to be on your P's and Q's. And coming out of high school, you're going to have at least a PhD. You're going to have to be super educated. And it's no, messing around anymore. You're going to have to be on it. And I don't think that the American school system is geared toward that. The government is mainly the government is a cooperative state, meaning that the big businesses run everything. Now, a lot of the businesses, like the manufacturing base, they pull out of the country. So now, kids now are going to have to be super educated where they can get a job in almost any parts of the world. And I don't think the American school system is geared toward that. It's, like I said, it's mainly based on how to support the corporate America. And corporate America they are not supplying enough jobs here in this country to where the school system is still based on like the 1930s, 1940s, where they're supplying all these people to work in corporate America. And corporate America just don't have the jobs now. So the education system is going to have to change where they can educate a person to where they can get a job in almost any parts of the world. Now, most of the European countries, so like most of the school kids over there, they speak 3 or 4 languages. English, is common over there, in most parts of Europe.